Friends, welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am Ganesh Bhardwaj, and today we are going to discuss about the match, the second T20 international between India and Sri Lanka, played at the HPCA Stadium in Dharamshala. Now, before that, I would like to request you all to please like, share, subscribe, and comment on my YouTube channel. So moving on, if you would see, you would have seen the weather forecast of this match. There were about high chances of rain, about 53 to 60% of rain during the match, but it rained. It rained boundaries and sixes. It was not normal rain, but it was a rain of boundary. It was a slugfest, a boundary and a six hitting fest for both the teams. Sri Lanka, especially in their last 5 overs, and for India when Shreyas Iyer and Sanju Samson combined. Now let us start from the beginning of this T20 match. Let us start analyzing it. The toss happened, India winning the toss and opting to bowl first. Sri Lanka coming out to bat. Their openers Pathum Nissanka and Danushka Gunithalaka were struggling to find the middle of the bat, were struggling to time the ball. It seemed like it was a slow pitch, ball was not coming on, and it was around runner ball when the power play ended. When Danushka Gunithalaka got hold of Ravindra Jadeja and got too much greedy after hitting him for 2 sixes and a 4. He was going for another lofted shot, and he was caught at long on. The score read 67 for 1, and soon after that it was the Sri Lankan score was reduced to 102 for 4 at the end of 15 overs. But what then followed was my statement at the beginning. It was a rain of boundary and sixes from there on, as the opener Pathum Nissanka was joined by Captain Dasun Shanaka. As we all know, Dasun Shanaka has plenty of power. He's a muscular man. He has some big muscles which are very useful in hitting those long sixes, and as soon as he came to the crease, inside the first 5-10 balls, he started hitting those clean sixes. And at the other end, once Pathum Nissanka crossed that 50-run barrier, he was also going inventive and going for his shots, improvising, going for little scoops, little dabs behind the wicketkeeper. And however, he had to go in the penultimate over of the innings, but it was a superb innings. He first steadied the innings with a 50 of around 45-46 balls, and then after reaching the 50, he just then accelerated on the classic template of an anchor batsman. He has been an anchor batsman for quite some time. He played some excellent knock in Australia, where the Sri Lanka toured just before the series, and as we all know, Dasun Shanaka is a murderer of bowling. He scored 49 of 18 delivery, or that sort of around the strike rate of 300 he scored. So those two partnering them, partnership between those two was very important to get Sri Lanka to a score of some substance. At the end, they scored 80 runs in the last 5 overs, which propelled them to 184 for 5 at the end of 20 overs. Now, the ball was in their court, certainly. They would be happy. They would be one of the happier teams going into the dugout, as they would have believed that they can defend a 184-run target, and they were seamless till the 6th, 7th over, till the power play. It seemed like Sri Lanka are in ascendancy. The power play finished with 44 for around 50 for 2, 44 for 2 when Ishan Kishan fell in the 6th over, and then Sanju Samson and Shreyas Iyer joined. Shreyas Iyer was not explosive at the start. He was run a ball 13 or 14 at that stage when Ishan Kishan was playing alongside him. But when Sanju Samson came, he took on the accelerator paddle and turned on his turbo mode and starting hitting the boundaries for fun. At one stage, he got to a 36 ball 50 and finished off unbeaten with 77 of 44, steering India to a vital 7-wicket win. There was some important contributions also, that Sanju Samson and Shreyas Iyer partnership of around 84 runs, and then Ravindra Jadeja showing off his pyrotechnics, showing off his finishing skills, which we haven't seen for a while in international cricket. We see much often those skills in IPL cricket, but we haven't seen those in international cricket. He finished up with 45 of 17 not out with a blistering strike rate, striking the leather ball, bludgeoning it outside the boundary, and India finished with a 7-wicket win with around 3 overs to spare, and it was a convincing win, which in the first initial over looked like a mountain to climb, was a convincing win thanks to a solid middle order performance from India. There was plenty of positives for India. There was one negative, that is the death over bowling, where they conceded 80 runs in the last 5 overs, and Sri Lanka also have got some of the positives. Pathum Nissanka is one of them. Dasun Shanaka came to the party, is another one. Charita, they are improving game by game, as we would all expect. They are an inexperienced team. They are building up a team. They are in transition period, and for India also, it was a B grade team for India, because some of the players are not here. KL Rahul is sitting out, Virat Kohli is sitting out, Rishabh Pant is sitting out. So it's not a first choice 11, and all those backup players are performing so good that it has only increased the headache of selectors. So that's all from the second T20 international analysis from my side, and stay tuned for further match updates. Thank you. Please don't forget to subscribe, like, share and comment on this YouTube channel. Thank you. Keep supporting me.